welcome Kerry Nursor from one of our judges, Chief Executive of the National Centre for Entrepreneurship in Education, who work to develop and support entrepreneurial and innovative universities. So over to you, Kerry, to tell us a little bit more about our first category.
Thank you so much. So pleased to be involved in this. It was a pleasure to read the nominations. So this award is for the team or individual who has come up with the most impactful solutions and innovations to the biggest and most difficult problems or challenges. So what a year in which to demonstrate and put those skills and qualities to the test. The ideas and innovation that's come from our university in the face of the challenges posed by COVID has been really inspirational to see. So we received a really large number of nominations to this category, which included new support for business in the community, online programmes of activity to support student wellbeing, and the virtual delivery of creative and cultural opportunities. So let's meet the shortlist.
Hello, my name is John Abel and I'm the Chief Executive of Coventry University Students' Union. I'm delighted to be nominating our commercial services team within the Students' Union for the University Alliance Innovation Award. Most student unions make their commercial income through selling things to their members, whether that's coffee or events tickets or through the licensed trade. But here at Coventry, we wanted to try and do things a little bit differently, so we looked at the skills we had within the organisation and looked at what we could do to support through our local networks, community partners, through developing business units. So we've set up a graphic design and creative agency, we've set up an events and training agency, and we set up a media sales partnership agency to really try and generate income through work in the community rather than work with our members. And it's been really successful, down to the hard work and the innovation of the team. So this year we've turned over £1.5 million through large contract wins for things like West Midlands Combined Authority and the City of Culture, as well as setting up COVID testing centres for both the university and for the City Council. So this has been fabulous, not only for generating income for the Students' Union, but also for employing students and for being part of the university civic agenda. It's massively broadened our networks within the region and helped us with our charitable aims too. And the extra income we've generated has been vital because the pandemic has meant, for instance, our advice service has had double the number of cases this year than they would usually receive. And the income we've made has meant we've managed to double the number of staff within the advice centre to help cope with that increase in demand from our members. So I think the work's been truly innovative. I think it's become really a model of how social enterprise should work within student unions. We've become much more involved with some of the university's work and with organisations such as the local business improvement district. And I really think that the massive hard work of the team to be this innovative in such a challenging year was why I nominated them, and I think it's thoroughly well deserved.
We nominated the University of South Wales research team, who developed a rapid diagnostic test for COVID-19. Within weeks of the start of the awareness of an oncoming pandemic, the team had adapted their LAMP approach for detecting urinary tract infections to the COVID-19 virus. By the spring of 2020, they had made successful bids to the Welsh Government for resources to determine the sensitivity and specificity of the test, together with a partnership with a local engineering design company to produce a manufacturable point-of-care LAMP device from an earlier prototype. This device has been manufactured in small numbers and demonstrated in the field as an effective test for the COVID-19 virus. Its advantages are its ease of use, speed and effectiveness, and its ability to work without the need for laboratory processing. In partnership with the university, the team have created a spin-out company called Lurson Scientific Limited to commercialise the test and the device for COVID-19 and other viruses.
The reasons that I nominated XNBCU for this award is because we're paving new ways for people to explore, explain and experience life, defining the new normal as we move towards a post-COVID world. But the biggest reason that I nominated XNBCU is because of how we work together. We created this project within our spare time, and we did so with smiles, laughter and having fun. But above all else, we're mindful, honest and considerate of each other's well-being and happiness, which we hope is reflected within our project. Our enthusiasm is echoed by the commitment to the university now and in the future, providing the best that we can do so that staff, students and industry can come together to collaborate, learn and have fun, transforming the educational practice, ultimately transforming people's lives nationally and internationally. We're making the impossible possible.
And Professor Tuffrey-Vine and her team actually have been working with people with learning disabilities and their families, of course, for many, many years. And they focus particularly on end-of-life care and bereavement support. And as the pandemic began to kind of kick off last year, and they began to recognise the kind of differential impact that it had been having on people with learning disabilities, they began to set up, I think they teamed up with colleagues, particularly Gemma from PCPLD, and set up a webinar around end-of-life care. It was actually called End-of-Life Care for People with Disabilities, Are We Prepared? And I think to their surprise, I'm not sure, but 1,700 people registered for the event. So it was a significant event, really helpful. Families came, people with learning disabilities themselves, social care and healthcare professionals, etc. And it was so helpful that although it was intended as a kind of one-off event, in fact, the team are running them every month now. So it's been really, really successful. And of course, she's been very successful, and also her team in kind of changing the policies around vaccinating people with learning disabilities, etc., and giving them priority. So I think for me personally, I'm an aunt of two adult males who two of my nephews have got learning disabilities, and so I was hugely impressed, but also very comforted by the fact that she's doing this work and really kind of giving that community a voice. So I think working with people with learning disabilities, not for them, and that's what Irene has been doing for all her professional life, is that partnership working.
So the judges were really impressed with the range of submissions received and the commitment and scale of the work going on across University Alliance universities to develop really impactful solutions and innovations and new ways of working. So in third place are One Such University, who created an amazing virtual 3D space to enable collaboration between staff, students and industry, demonstrating ingenuity and creativity in finding new ways to foster interactive learning. Well done, the extended BCU team at Birmingham City University. Our second place team have been nominated for their quick and innovative thinking in pivoting the Students' Union's commercial activity when COVID closed their usual income sources. The Coventry University Students' Union commercial team have not only navigated the student union through difficult times, but it has supported students to get paid work experience and help the community. Congratulations. And finally, the judges felt that the last two nominees were worthy joint winners, both delivering significant contributions to the fight against COVID through their innovative research and really demonstrating the value of partnership working to bring further impact. So that is the University of South Wales's research team, who not only developed that rapid diagnostic test for COVID-19, working with the local engineering team on production, but have also created a spin-out company to commercialise the tests and device for COVID-19 and other viruses. Congratulations, and Diane, Emma Hayhurst, Jerome Newland and Ali Ruler. And finally, our other joint winner is Kingston University's research team, who co-produced learning events on end-of-life and bereavement care for people with learning disabilities during the pandemic. They really impressed the judges with their innovative use of interactive webinars as a way to involve families, carers, and people with learning disabilities in really important conversations. And it's had a real impact on policy and decision making. So huge congratulations to Professor Irene Tufney-Bai and Anastasia Stravo-Limona from Kingston and St George's University, and also Gemma Allen from the PCPLD network. Congratulations all.